Here's the good news. You've assembled a team of solid professionals. Congratulations, that's not easy to do. Here's the less good news. You're sensing they're not on the same page. Whether during team meetings people really aren't challenging each other and coming up with new ideas, maybe they're coming to you in between meetings and seem to be pushing their own agendas. This is when leaders typically come to me, call me up and say, "My team needs help communicating. Can you come in and do some team building with us?" My response is that might be true. In fact, it may be a communication issue. But usually, communication issues are symptomatic of structural issues with how the team's set up. So how are you going to get underneath this? I'm going to share my back of the napkin team assessment with you. Take this down, apply it, and you'll probably get a better understanding of where the team needs some attention. Take out your napkin, turn it over, or whatever else it is you're going to write on, and take down these 5 letters. M-G-R-P-I. Once more, M-G-R-P-I. What's the M for? Mission. Is the team clear on its context? Why it exists? If you have an executive team, do they know why they're coming together? What their value add is to the organization? Second, the G is for goals. Are your goals tied to organizational strategy? Does the team know what they are, what their part in each is, and do they know how they're supposed to accomplish these goals? Are they aligned on the what's and the how's? Moreover, there is the work that only an executive team can do. Policy making, planning, thinking about the big things. How clear, how agreed are we on those things? Next, there are our roles. That's the R. Do we have the right mix of skills and experience on this team to get the job done, to get the work done? Do people know what they're on the hook for? Sometimes in teams that I work with, the boundaries are so fuzzy that people bump into each other, or that there are big gaps between roles. Either way, these cause frictions between people that they bump up against as they're trying to get the work done. So how clearly defined, how well suited are people, how clearly defined are the roles? Next we have P for procedures or processes. What are the work processes we use to get the work done? How does the agenda get set and moved? How do we come together to meet to get things done? Do those meetings make sense? When we spend 2 hours a week in a room together, is it just a report out? Is it really worth all the time for all of our compensation in that room together? How do we share information? How do we make decisions? That's the P, the processes. The I is for interactions. How much the team trusts each other, how much they support each other. This is typically when I get called in. People think that the I, the interactions, the interpersonal processes, are where the rubs are. But typically that only happens when some of the other parts are not aligned. So what I want you to do is look at the mission, the goals, the roles, the procedures, and the interactions. Develop a theory of the case for yourself. Then when you're done, test it. Test it with your direct reports. During your one-on-ones, go in, say, "Here's what I'm thinking. What's your take on this?" Don't make it too formal. Just get their sense. If you have a theory of the case, if you talk to your direct reports, you're going to have a pretty good understanding. So take out your back of the napkin, team assessment, and apply it. It's going to provide you with some insights about where you might want to put in some work and whether or not you're going to want some outside help with it. It's going to help you move forward.